Saras, saras. So we have time to read those important Vachanamruts that Kakaji has mentioned, especially the last paragraphs of those Vachanamruts. So we started out with, can we just go to remembering again, which one was in Gadra first chapter, which Vachanamrut was referred to by Kakaji? First 24, Gadra first 24, we read that. Then there is another one in first also, which is 58. So those are the two Vachanamruts in Gadra first chapter. Then in the second Gadra middle or Gadra second, there is one Vachanamrut, and there is one more, in Vachanamrut, Gadra first 76. So these are the three Vachanamruts from Gadra first chapter. Then in the middle section, Gadra middle 25. That we read last Friday, I believe. So now we have two more which are in the Gadra last section. The Gadra first 11 and then Gadra last 11 and Gadra last 26, last paragraphs. So we will read today Gadra last 11 Vachanamrut. Normally our NG Ben would read, but she has honor to stay with Keba because the lady who normally takes care of Keba has car problem. And she came, but she was gone, She came in the morning, but she's gone. She didn't make it in the afternoon. So she was supposed to come here with her mom, but then this thing developed, so she's listening from home. So since second option is Emily, you want to read Gadra last 11? So you will read one paragraph and then I'll talk in Gujarati and English. The title of that Vachanamrut is like the mature understanding like that of Sitaji, the wife of Lord Ram. They had exiled for 14 years in the forest and then they had returned back. She was kidnapped by a demon also and demon was killed by the name Ravan. But then they came back to their kingdom in northern part of India, Ayodhya, and then she was pregnant. And then she was taken to the forest again by her wish and by husband's planning. And that is when she was crying, And Ramchandra, Lord Ram's brother, or Sitaji's brother-in-law, was the one who dropped her without the whole world knowing it, alone in the jungle. So when she was crying, this explains, her purpose of crying, Okay? Huh? From the beginning. Yes, always from the beginning.
Gadara last 11, understanding like that of Sitaji. On Ashad Sudhi 3, Samvat 1884, 27th of June 1827, Swami Sri Sahajananji Maharaj was sitting on a large decorated cot on the veranda outside the east-facing rooms of Dada Kachar's Darbar in Gadara. He was dressed entirely in white clothes. At that time, an assembly of munis as well as devotees from various places had gathered before him.
Okay. That's first paragraph, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So, like we said, today, according to the Indian calendar, this is the third day. Here also, this Vachanamrut is read on the third day of the month of Ashad, 2 months before today's month, Bhadrapad. So, Swaminarayan Bhagavan was residing in the Dada Khacher's Darbar on the east-facing rooms, which means when you enter into the Dada Khacher's Darbar, on the right-hand side is the neem tree, and then further right are those rooms where Swaminarayan Bhagavan was sitting. And he had put on entirely white clothes. બધા ભગવાને શ્વેત વસ્ત્ર ધારણ કર્યા હતા. અષાઢ સુધી ત્રીજને દિવસે ગઢડામાં દાદા ખાચરના દરબારમાં ઉગમણે દ્વાર ઓરડાની ઓસરીએ ઢોલિયા પર વિરાજમાન હતા અને સર્વ શ્વેત વસ્ત્ર ધારણ કર્યા હતા અને પોતાના મુખારવિંદની આગળ મુનિ તથા દેશ દેશના હરિભક્તની સભા ભરાઈને બેઠી હતી. So there was an assembly. So મોટી બહેન ગઢડા ગયેલા છો ને? ગઢડામાં ગયેલા છો ને? ગઢડા દાદા ખાચરનો દરબાર અંદર દાખલ થઈએ ને તો જમણી બાજુ લીમડાનું ઝાડ આવે. અંદર દાખલ થઈ એવું આપણી જમણી બાજુ લીમડાનું ઝાડ આવે ને એના પછીના જે બધા ઓરડાઓ જમણી બાજુને બધા પૂર્વ દ્વારના અથવા તો ઉગમણા દ્વારના ઓરડાઓ કહેવાય. રાઈટ છે પશ્ચિમ દિશા પણ કહેવાય ઉગમણા દ્વારના ઓરડા. That side is facing west, but it is mentioned that the east facing room. So when you are standing or sitting there, the sunshine you will see. So from the east side, so it is east facing room. So that is how the explanation is described in this Vachanamrita. એનો અને બધા દેશ દેશના બધા હરિભક્તો મુનિ બધાની સભા ભરાઈને બેઠી હતી. પછી શ્રીજી મહારાજ બોલ્યા, જે અમે એક પ્રશ્ન પૂછીએ છીએ, ભગવાને સામેથી કૃપા કરીને એક પ્રશ્ન પૂછ્યો કે ઇન્દ્રિયો અને મન એ બેને જીત્યાનું એક સાધન છે કે ઇન્દ્રિયોને જીત્યાનું જુદું સાધન છે અને મનને જીત્યાનું જુદું સાધન છે. ઇન્દ્રિયો એટલે our outer body sense and mind is our inner sense. So how can we control, how can we conquer outside senses and inside senses? By same technique or by different technique? Because just like for any activity you need something to work at. So how do you approach to win the outer senses and inner senses? Just like in war, there are 3 levels of war, the ground war, the water war, and the air war, Those are the 3 different wars, But those who have the control over the air war, they are more superior than the ground and the water, normally, most of the time, And even now, the development is that even in the air, they don't need to send any living being, They can send the robots. So this is a robot war, and trying to conquer. Same way, Swaminarayan Bhagavan is saying that you have outer senses, your eyes, your ears, your nose, your skin, your tongue. These are the outer senses, leg, foot, hands. So how do you control them? How do you conquer them? And then how do you conquer the inner self, which is mind, intellect, ego, our crude nature, etc., So, basic question he is asking that is this common way to win or is there a different way to approach these 2 faculties? And that question, lot of elevated saints tried to answer according to their way of answering. But it was not totally resolved. And then Swaminarayan Bhagavan said, this is the answer of that. The 4 things can be used to win the gross body, outer body. First one is renunciation, vairagya. Vairagya means that whatever is attached to us, we learn to detach. If we are attached to the sweet tooth, we have to detach to that. If we are attached to spicy stuff, then we have to detach to that. That is called vairagya. Whatever is attached to us, we want to learn how to detach. Then swadharma, our own duties, our own higher level of practices, living styles. So, if we maintain that swadharma, then also we can win our senses. In the Vachanamrut, Swamini Vato and other places also, Today I was listening to Mahan Swami's advice for the morning puja. How do you perform morning puja? And he was saying that we should make a circle of 3 feet around us. And our eye should not go beyond that when we are doing morning Mahapuja. આપણું 3 ફૂટથી વધારે અંતર આંખથી બહાર જાય જ નહીં એવી મહાપૂજામાં પ્રેક્ટિસ કરવાની અડધો કલાક. અને જો એવી પ્રેક્ટિસ કરીએ તો પછી 24 કલાકની બી પ્રેક્ટિસ થાય. અને એવી ઘણા બધા સ્વરૂપોની એવી લાઈફસ્ટાઈલ હતી. Lot of Gunatit saints, they would never go beyond their, limited distance with their right sides, But with their divine power, they would be everywhere, They would be present everywhere, So, it's the controlling of our senses by swadharma. The third thing is tap, austerity. Tap means to purify ourselves, to cleanse ourselves, to warm up ourselves, These are all the definition of tap. And niyam, the 4th one is the following the rules, following the guidelines. We should never break it, we should never cross it, In time of Ramchandra Bhagavan, Sitaji was telling Lakshmanji that you go and help your brother. He is in trouble. He went to kill the deer, which was golden deer, a fake golden deer, A demon had become a golden deer. There is a long story to that, Ravan's mama, Marichi, he had become the golden deer to digress Lord Ram and Lakshman, so Ravan can kidnap Sitaji. So, when Ramchandra Bhagavan went far away and killed that thing, that person, Marichi, then he shouted in the voice of Lord Ram, saying that, Lakshman, I am in trouble, please come help me. So Sitaji heard that and Lakshmanji also heard that. Sitaji told Lakshmanji that your brother is in trouble, go. And Lakshmanji says, my brother can never be in trouble. It is fake. So then Sitaji became upset and, told him to go and help. So Lakshmanji knew. So before going, Lakshmanji made a electronic fence around the place where they were staying and told Sitaji that this is a special electronic fence. Nobody can come in. But if you want to, I cannot stop you from going out. So it's a one-way fence, electronic. And Sitaji crossed that fence and she was kidnapped, So niyam is this kind of a fence. it would save us, it would protect us. We all know what are the good pens and good niyams for us. And still we don't follow that and we get in trouble. So we have to be awakened, we have to be alert so that we don't do those kind of silly mistakes or common mistakes, But it is good that we get awakened by coming to satsang. Our Raj has decided now, right? For 1 year, eat very moderate, right? So today we had nice food, Mexican food. So I would like to have people's opinion, How many of you ate less than what you normally eat? Raj and Vandan. So I know about Raj, but Vandan, what is your definition of normally what you eat and less today? Today you ate 1, and why? You must have a thought why you want to eat less, right? You want to keep what? Eating less. Okay, more power to you. He's not overweight, but it's a good thing to, try and practice. But this niyam is not easy to follow, right? Especially when we have food of our liking. Our favorite food, then we would think that I would eat at least 10%, 20% more, right? But we should think that I should eat 10, 20% less. If we practice that way, that is niyam, that is tap, that is vairagya, that is swadharma. All 4 things fall in one thing, Okay, go ahead and read that, beta. Yeah.
Muktanand Swami then asked...
No. Sriji Maharaj.
Sorry. So Sriji Maharaj said himself, the answer is that the Indriyas are overcome by the 4 means of vairagya.
No. Start from the first paragraph, the second paragraph. Sorry. Sriji Maharaj asked, I am asking a question.
Thereupon, Sriji Maharaj said, I wish to ask the following question. Is there one means to overcome both the Indriyas and the mind? Or is the means to overcome the Indriyas different from the means to overcome the mind? That is the question. The senior Paramhansas answered according to their understanding, but Sriji Maharaj's question was not answered in a satisfactory manner. So Sriji Maharaj said himself, the answer is that the Indriyas are overcome by the 4 means of vairagya, swadharma, austerities, and niyams. The mind is overcome by the 9 types of bhakti, coupled with the knowledge of God's glory.
So the second part, to conquer the mind, our inner senses, the intellect, ego, our crude nature, etc., is by the 9 types of different devotions towards the God. And those 9 things are explained in Srimad Bhagavatam. And the story is that Prahlad is teaching his father these 9 types of devotion. Son is teaching father. Father was against God. His father Hiranyakashipu was against God. And his father has sent him to go to school to his guru Shukracharya. And Shukracharya's 2 sons were his friends. But Prahlad was so elevated and devotee that he changed all this teaching and preaching of these teachers, and he preached the kids the devotion of God. So at the end of the year, in vacation time, Prahlad was coming at his kingdom, his father's kingdom. So father was very happy to see him. He put him on his lap and says, okay, Sonny, tell me what you learned in whole year. And he was expecting to say that God is our enemy, angels are our enemy, we should kill them, we should fight with them. Because that is how he was expected to be taught. But Prahlad is telling his father that, oh my father, even though you have all these kingdoms, they are all perishable. If you want to become really immortal, then do the 9 types of devotion. And then he says, Shravanam means listening of discourses of God. Kirtanam, singing of glory of God. And there are 9 types of devotion. I think we have talked, so I will not go in detail, So then his father got upset and started punishing him, But Prahlad was totally convinced by the power of God, by the grace of God, that his inner self was totally convinced. And because of that, his body became, gross body became the quality of a soul body. The soul cannot be destroyed. His body became non-destructible, etc. So that is when these 9 different types of devotions are explained, that we can conquer the mind. Why we think that with this devotion mind can be conquered? Because these are puja, these are worships. That when you are sitting, your body is already fixed, But with the mind you are praying to God, focusing to God, controlling the mind, and it makes the conquering of the inner self, So, every morning, our Bhavik Bhai used to come to Waukegan Mandir and do the seva, 9 types of devotion. And then our Kishore Bhai is doing now. And Kishore Bhai is also very devotional, He gets up early in the morning, takes his shower and does his puja and then comes down just about time when I am ready and do my exercise, So, Kishore Bhai was saying about exercise, right? Okay, Kishore Bhai, you have to start also exercising. He goes for a walk, That's good exercise. Yeah. And maybe he may be doing in his room. I have not seen it lately. But Kishore Bhai, comes down and does a lot of Navda Bhakti, I think we should at least do something in our home as a way to focus, way to lead into this thing, Even though you do it for 1 minute or 2 minutes of devotion, it would lead to more and more as you like it. The key thing is that we should like it. We should love to do it, Just like people who have habit of getting up in the morning and reading the newspaper or having the tea or coffee or something, is because we love to do that. So we have to learn to love to do this devotion also, It is a very enlightening thing. We should not think that as a burden and say, oh, why do I have to do this? Because so-and-so told me, now I have to do it. No, we have to do it with love and affection. Then it would give us the different level of understanding. Okay, next.
Muktanand Swami then asked, how can the type of bliss that a devotee of God enjoys in Nirvikalp Samadhi be enjoyed even without Samadhi? Sriji Maharaj replied, if the devotee has profound attachment and deep love for God and his bhakta, just like the attachment and love that he has for his own body, then the type of bliss that prevails in Nirvikalp Samadhi will continue to remain forever, even without that Samadhi. That is the only answer.
So after the first question that Swaminarayan Bhagavan asked, Swaminarayan Bhagavan ne pehlo sawal pucho. શું સવાલ પૂછો ઇન્દિરાબેન? મોટા ઇન્દિરાબેન, હા, સવાલ શું પૂછો તો? શું પૂછો તો? ઇન્દ્રિયો અને મનને જીતવાનો એક રસ્તો છે કે બે જુદા જુદા રસ્તા છે? બે રસ્તા છે. સરસ. તો સ્વામિનારાયણ ભગવાને પહેલો સવાલ પૂછ્યો. હવે મુક્તાનંદ સ્વામી બીજો સવાલ પૂછે છે કે નિર્વિકલ્પ સમાધિમાં જેવી ભગવાનના ભક્તને શાંતિ રહે છે તેવી સમાધિ વિના પણ શાંતિ રહે એવો કોઈ ઉપાય છે? કારણ કે એ ભગવાન તમે મને નિર્વિકલ્પ સમાધિ તો કરાવવાના છો નહીં. તો મારે બીજો ઉપાય બતાવો તો એ પ્રમાણે કર્યો. સ્વામિનારાયણ ભગવાન had never took Muktanand Swami into that samadhi. Because in the beginning, when Swaminarayan Bhagavan started the samadhi chapter, he had told Muktanand Swami to go to the further west coast area, which is Bhuj and Kutch area. A lot of devotees there, they were looking for the discourses to be performed. So Swaminarayan Bhagavan had sent Muktanand Swami there. And Kutch and Bhuj area was very dear to Ramanand Swami, Swaminarayan Bhagavan's guru. That was his pet place, He would go there for many, many times, Even if we remember when Swaminarayan Bhagavan had come in lodge to see Sukhanand Swami and then Muktanand Swami, where was Ramanand Swami? Kutch Bhuj. He was in that area, And he did not come for 7-8 months. He was there. Even though the good news was that, his God has come. Swaminarayan Bhagavan has come. But still, he did not come for 7-8 months. જ્યારે સ્વામિનારાયણ ભગવાન લોજમાં આવ્યા ત્યારે સુખાનંદ સ્વામી અને મુક્તાનંદ સ્વામીને મળ્યા. પણ તે વખતે રામાનંદ સ્વામી ક્યાં હતા? કચ્છ ભુજમાં હતા. રામાનંદ સ્વામીને કચ્છ અને ભુજ એટલું બધું વાલું હતું કે એમના ભગવાન આવ્યા હતા તો બી 8 મહિના સુધી કચ્છ ભુજમાં જ રહ્યા હતા. ત્યાં સુધી પાછા નહોતા આવ્યા. So that was the dearest place to Ramanand Swami. So Swaminarayan Bhagavan sent Muktanand Swami after passing away of Ramanand Swami to Kutch and Bhuj area. That you go there and make all these devotees happy. When he went there, Swaminarayan Bhagavan started this Samadhi chapter. And it was so powerful. All the towns and districts and all, they were attracted to Swaminarayan Bhagavan, It was going very crazy, day and night, 24 hours, So, some of the devotees thought that Ramanand Swami never had done that. Why this young fellow is doing this? It must be a black magic. So they started negatively advertising that. So then some of the leaders who were maybe jealous or who were not understanding Swaminarayan Bhagavan created a team, a meeting, and decided that we want to bring Muktanand Swami, because Swaminarayan Bhagavan is considering Muktanand Swami as his guru, that he would listen to Muktanand Swami and stop all this activity. જ્યારે સ્વામિનારાયણ ભગવાને સમાધિ પ્રકરણ ચાલુ કર્યું અને મુક્તાનંદ સ્વામી કચ્છ ભુજમાં હતા, સ્વામિનારાયણ ભગવાને ત્યાં મોકલેલા, તે વખતે ભગવાને એટલું બધું સમાધિ પ્રકરણ ચલાવ્યું કે ગામડાઓ અને શહેરોને બધા એમાં ખેંચાયા હતા. એટલે રામાનંદ સ્વામીના શિષ્યો હતા, એમને ઈર્ષા હોય કે ગમે તે હોય એ કારણથી એ લોકોએ ભેગા થઈને એક મિટિંગ કરી કે આ બધું ખોટું કરે છે ને આપણે એને અટકાવો. પણ અટકાવે કોણ? તો બધાએ નક્કી કર્યું કે મુક્તાનંદ સ્વામી એમના ગુરુ છે, એ જો વાત કરે તો અટકશે. એટલે કહે છે કે મુક્તાનંદ સ્વામી તો કચ્છ અને ભુજમાં છે, તો કોને મોકલવા? તો કચ્છ ભુજમાં કોને મોકલ્યા હતા? મયારામ ભટ્ટને. Same Mayaram Bhatt had gone with the message to Ramanand Swami when Swaminarayan Bhagavan had arrived also by Muktanand Swami. Muktanand Swami no je sandesho લઈને ગયેલા એ ભી Mayaram Bhatt ગયેલા. Mayaram Bhatt was a walkathon. He would walk and walk and walk. So Mayaram Bhatt went there and told Muktanand Swami, gave that letter. And Muktanand Swami, rather than siding with Swaminarayan Bhagavan, he sided with the wrong team. Ramanand Swami, even though knowing Lord Swaminarayan has come, waited for how long? 8 months. Muktanand Swami, hearing this message of Swaminarayan Bhagavan, did not wait for 1 day. He just said, I have to discipline Swaminarayan Bhagavan. And he joined with Mayaram Bhatt and came back, And then we know, that he got upset with Swaminarayan Bhagavan, saying that stop all this thing. Why are you doing this? This is kind of a black magic and this and that. Swaminarayan Bhagavan smilingly said, I am not doing anything. Ramanand Swami is doing. I don't have any item or any, thing that I would mix with water and give them drink or eat and then they would go in that. I don't have anything, I am free-handed, So Muktanand Swami kind of got mixed, that he is right also. He doesn't have anything, And he's saying his guru is doing, Ramanand Swami. Now who should I complain? But then Ramanand Swami appeared. Even though he passed away, he appeared back and told him that how many times I have told you that he is God. Don't argue with him. Go and respectfully bow down and say sorry. So then he does that. So that is how the Samadhi chapter was discussed by Muktanand Swami to Swaminarayan Bhagavan. But Swaminarayan Bhagavan said, okay, he does not like Samadhi. He does not like Samadhi. So we will never give him Samadhi. So all these years, others were getting Samadhi in his presence, People will go in Samadhi, come back with happy feeling, Muktanand Swami go, oh my God, I cannot do it. I cannot have that. So here, at the last few months or years of Swaminarayan Bhagavan's life, this was written in 1984, right? 1884. Swaminarayan Bhagavan passed away in 2 years, So last 2 years, finally he is asking this question, that how can I have the happiness? And, time is flying. It's 10:05. So why don't we stop here and we'll continue when we come back from our trip. But you remind me when I come back where we had stopped, huh? That is your homework. So Saras, badane. Happy birthday again, Kosha Beda and others. And badane Bahubarya, Jai Swaminarayan. We are going to East Coast trip, so we probably will not be here on Fridays. And Sundays and Fridays and Sundays and any other days, please come here and enjoy. Huh? We will be, communicating from California also as time permits. And it's 2 hours ahead of us. So when it is 6 o'clock there, Pankaj Bhai will be wide awake here. We may be not up if we have stayed late some of those nights, But we will try. We will try to communicate. Huh? પણ બધા આવ્યા છો, બહુ આનંદ થયો. પ્રવીણભાઈ બી આવ્યા. જય સ્વામિનારાયણ પ્રવીણભાઈ. સરોજબેન, કઈ ગયા સરોજબેન? અમારા ગ્રાન્ડ ચાઇલ્ડની પાસે. જય સ્વામિનારાયણ. બધાને સરસ સરસ. હજુ પ્રવીણભાઈનું કેટલું, ડેડીનું કેટલું રહેવાનું બેટા? December 9, yes. Okay, we are here then. We will be back. અમે પાછા આવી જઈશું ઓક્ટોબરમાં, મિડલમાં. હાજી, સરસ. આવતા રહેજો અને બધાને સરસ આનંદ કરતા રહેજો. સરસ. પરેશ, Are you having long nights or? Okay. Saras, beta. My rules were, that when Rupit was born, when he has his bottle of milk, then I will carry on on my shoulder, and pet him. So he burps. Okay, you are well advanced, you must have learned all that, but I'm just remembering my past. Chalo saras, thank you badane, Jai Samnarayan. Jai Samnarayan. Oh, anybody has any question on this? Somebody wants to understand more? Well, why don't you, if you have question, maybe why don't you bring it up next time when we get together, Badane Jai Samnarayan.
Yeah, for Sunday. Just wanted to know how many people would be able to make it this Sunday for food preparation for Sunday Mahapuja?
Sunday Mahapuja, kaun avana cho bhai, haath uncha karjo.
2, 3, 4. Okay. Haji. Thank you, Jasumnarayan.
Our rule should be that if 2 people are here,